So anyone, you can become a property investor, whether you've got £10,000, £100,000 or £1,000,000. Let's talk about what you do differently. We're going to do that in this video.
You've got 10 grand, you can become a property investor. How to source a property, how to renovate a property, and they need to start packaging deals for people and making some money and increasing their investment pot. Opportunities are endless. I think the point of this video is anyone can be a property investor. If you click the link below, book a call with me, I can tell you how I can help you. If you've only got 10 grand, you've got 50 or 100 or a million, I can help you and get you all to the same place.
I'm Jess.
I'm Adam.
We are forthelandlords.com. We help landlords get more money, less hassle, and their time back. If you're a landlord and you want to start, scale, or optimize, this channel's for you. Let's get into it.
All right.
If you had 10 grand, 100 grand, or £1,000,000, and you're going to invest in property, what would you do differently? I think I started off by saying everyone can, and I believe should, be a property investor.
If you've got 10 grand, you can become a property investor.
Agreed.
You have to do it slightly differently to the person who's got 100 or a million, obviously. First of all, everybody should be thinking of buying a house that needs some renovation work doing to it, adding some value instantly. Even if you're wanting to put a mortgage down on a place, still look to try and add some value. So that's what you should all be doing the same. Now, the person who's got 10 grand, they need to educate themselves, if they don't know already, how to source a property, how to renovate a property, and they need to start packaging deals for people and making some money and increasing their investment pot. That's the first thing they need to do.
That's how this business started. Yeah. That's how forthelandlords.com started. We're a letting agent. I'd had houses. I was a property investor before forthelandlords.com. So there were some properties in the background that enabled the letting agencies to start up, and that's what people know us for now. But the business grew by sourcing properties. I'm a property investor myself. Any property investor at some point in their career, if you're going to keep buying, will run out of money. You just will. It gets talked to. A question that in the sales team, Adam get asked often, if this is so good, why doesn't Jess buy all the houses? Why have we set up this business that sources houses for other people? And the answer is a pretty easy one. Run out of money. I haven't got enough money to buy all the houses. So,
and you don't get 100 grand or £1,000,000 in your bank without working hard, or someone else worked really hard and you inherited it, right?
I'm going to say something controversial, and it's from experience. This is how I feel now. I've got £1,000,000 invested in property, and there was a point when I didn't. I was down the bottom end, the 10 grand then. I will say now that the guy with 10 grand, guy or girl, I'll use the guy with a little g, is going to get better returns, make faster progress, and have less lazy money, if you like, comparatively, than the guy with £1,000,000. Because when you sat there with £1,000,000, you can buy 10 houses, it's all a bit slow and steady. There's more motivation and a burning desire when you're at the slower end. And we see people, clients, or people we talk to, maybe they're coming on the mentor program, with the smaller amount of money, making the bigger gains quicker because they're motivated.
It's mindset.
It's mindset. It's not easy. There's some graft and there's some work that needs doing. But the guy with £1,000,000 is probably busy doing other things as well. Running another business.
Probably
work,
quite
whatever.
Comfortable and not as hungry.
What's his thing? Comfort makes cowards of us all.
So I think
you're not comfortable with 10 grand in your bank, are you? So
and I think this applies to anybody. If you have got 100 grand or 50 grand or 40, you can still do the same thing. You can still buy that rundown house. You might need to use some creative finance, a joint venture or a bridging loan if you haven't got 100k. 100k can buy you a house and still have money left over to renovate it and pay the associated fees.
Just talk about that a little bit more. Some people don't believe you.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't. I've seen people online say, where in the UK can you even get a house for 80 grand anymore? Well, quite a lot of them in the north of England, to be honest. You can.
But we buy 5, 10 a month. So yeah, you definitely can. So look, we've picked these 3 levels. 10, 100, and £1,000,000. It could have been 5, 50, £500,000. Of course. The idea is to describe you haven't got enough to buy a house. You've got just enough to buy a house, whether it's 50 or 100, depends where you are in the UK, and it depends whether you're going to get a mortgage or not. And then you've got so much money that you could buy multiple houses, and the world's your oyster. What do you do differently? And the point is, not a lot. It's all based around buying a good value property, buying it for a little bit less than it's worth, identifying something that you could add value to, and then because you've created that value, it creates that momentum of investing. If you've only, so it's a chunk of change. I remember when I only had £10,000, it felt like, you know, I'd worked very, very hard for that £10,000. But if you've only got the £10,000, then you're putting it to work in a different way. You're educating yourself, you're doing it for other people, you're building up to that middle pot.
You need to educate yourself, you need to network, you need to find a really good, reliable contractor who you can work with, and then you need to start selling yourself and your services, package deals for clients. You can make anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, maybe more per deal. You know, do 2 or 3 of them a month.
Which is great value.
Before you know it.
I pay those fees, by the way. I use a property sourcer, and
and what will also happen when you start doing that,
I'd be very happy to pay you.
Yeah, when you start doing that, you're in the game. So you start building your relationships with agents, and what will happen is they'll start bringing deals to you, and in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months time, you're going to be in a position to buy, and it's a busman's holiday then.
Yeah. So the middle tier, let's call it that, we put it down to £100,000. At that point, you can probably buy one property outright, £100,000. You've got to pick your location, of course, and afford to do some renovation. And then you can refinance and pull your money back out and go again. Or, and this is a personal choice, it's down to whereabouts in the country you live, how far you want to travel, how much of a renovation you want to do. Some people don't like doing renovations.
True.
But your choice there would be one property or splitting that capital pot up into multiple pots and buying multiple properties. So could you buy with one house that needs a full renovation, or 3 turnkeys, for example, that needs minimal renovation, straight onto the market? And you've got to do your numbers really carefully in that scenario to say, is it worth buying the one, which is more money up front, more risk, will take longer, but has got a payoff, hopefully, as long as you've done your numbers right, or 3 turnkeys, and then wait a couple of years and pull your money back out and go again. Quite often you come back to roughly the same point after 2 or 3 years. It's interesting how it sort of works its way out. And then the third one, £1 million. What do you do with £1 million then?
Oh, opportunities are endless. You could buy 10 houses all in cash and renovate them all and refinance them all. You could buy 40 houses with mortgage deposits all at once.
Yep.
Opportunities are endless. But I think the point of this video is anyone can be a property investor. If you click the link below, book a call with me, I can tell you how I can help you. If you've only got 10 grand, if you've got 50 or 100 or $1 million, I can help you and get you all to the same place.
Yeah. Personal message from me. The less you've got, the more motivated you are, and I believe you can get there quicker. I have seen multiple times, not to stereotype anybody or talk down to anybody, everybody's got the same opportunities, but I've seen somebody, let's say they're stacking shelves in the supermarket, minimum wage versus a doctor or a pilot or whatever.
Yeah.
And with the right mindset, 10 years later, one overtakes the other. And we've seen that clients-wise, and people who aren't clients, just property investors, people we know. So anybody can be a property investor. You can do it, even if you're at the bottom end of that. And actually, I'd say if you're at the bottom end of that, the 10 grand, not the million, you're in the box seat. You've got everything ahead of you, and you can do it. So hopefully that's been useful for you. Everybody can be a property investor. We believe it. Get in touch with Adam. If this video has been useful, please like. If you like more of this, subscribe. Click the notification bell as well. That really helps us out. It does something to the algorithm. We're not 100% sure what, but it works. And spread the word. The more the merrier. If people join the channel. Hopefully we can get this message out a bit wider and further. So bye for now.
Cheers.